What up guys, my name is Kong and today I'm going to be talking about The New Mutant. I watched this movie on HBO Max. It is again called The New Mutant. So the premise is there are these 5 kids who happen to be in I would say, almost like an mental institution for mutant. So that's what the movie started. So let's talk about what I did like. I like the girl who have a sword. I thought she was interesting. Her powers were really unique. I like the girl who was able to morph to like a wolf. I thought that was really interesting. And then I like the girl who is I would say almost a reality warper or a true reality warpers. So I like those 3 characters. They were really interesting. The power set was really interesting, and I'm gonna leave it at that. What else did I like? I like the when they encounter the other main character when they encounter their fears, and I like that a lot. It really give it a new, almost a new layer to what mutant experiencing for experiencing their power for the first time, and that kind of really give you a sense of really interesting. I like that because it kind of give you a sense of nightmare, a sense of danger, a sense of like don't really know how to control their power. And I like that aspect a lot here, and it's really cool. And the girl, I like the fact that we get to see their worst nightmares in a mental institution, which is really unique, really interesting. On top of being an institution and being a mutant, and they have to sort of face their demon. I like that a lot here. It really gives these characters a layer so that they are struggling mutant. They're not perfect. They're not perfect superheroes. You know, if they're not that, they're teenagers going to their high school kids, and they're trying to figure out how to use their power. Some know how to use better than others, and that's what I like about this movie. What else? That's it really. So what I don't like about this movie is the doctor. I feel like she was kind of useless. Didn't really do much. I didn't feel like she was threatening. I didn't feel like she was a true threat. What else? I didn't like the guys. I thought their power wasn't unique enough in the sense of that they had, I mean, obviously one is just fast and the other is fire. I understand, but like, pick a more unique power set it's on the line of could destroy another person or kill another person, or that sort of thing. Yes, I understand the fire dude can kill people, but still, like, that's so normal. That's so almost X-Men, and you've seen those characters before. What else? Here, this movie don't really have a true villain. The Doctor is, you can say, considered a villain, but she doesn't really do that. I understand she's low-key villain, but still, she doesn't provide a sort of a challenge for our group of mutant of 5. So it just didn't really provide a sense of obstacles for them. And 3, I just didn't quite believe that they weren't able to break out the shielding, or they didn't come up with a strategy to overpower the doctors. I just didn't think that they kind of went along with it. I mean, there's 5 of them, there's power, and they could make plays. So I just didn't quite believe that they would go along with that. Yet being teenager, and I thought they would come up with ideas and come up with strategies, and I thought you would get this in here, but you don't. So you don't get any of that here. Our main character, her power set is really interesting. It brings nightmares, the true nightmares from people's innermost nightmares, and I like that. That's cool and that's interesting. But her story arc here is not good. It's sort of unexplained, undeveloped, unmotivated. It just feels flat. She doesn't have like a, to me, I feel like she does not have a true journey. It's like it's flat. It's not progressive. She doesn't really quite change. She doesn't gain, she gained control, but she doesn't have a sense of like prowess or sense of like she have honed. I mean, I understand she's just learning this, but I just didn't feel like she was well developed, well developed character. Her journey and the end, it just feel a little lackluster in that sense. It just didn't do it for me. I think she was the wrong character to really focus on. In my opinions, I thought she was not the right choice to focus on. I thought there was other characters that was better, more interesting to watch and really to see where they would go. So what else? The ending was just they leave and that's it. There is no kind of sort of cherry on the top or sort of maybe a kind of maybe potentially set up for a sequel or just potentially something for us to really understand that maybe there's potential for more, but we don't get that here. It's just end. It's almost end abruptly. It's end like it's supposed to be a good ending, but it's not quite the end. So alright guys, what was the rating I give this movie? I give it a 3 out of 10. I did not enjoy this movie. The character was some of them were interesting enough, but it still didn't do it for me. I think they didn't give enough time to really develop the character, give them some dimension, give them depth, and give them a goal and an aspiration and struggles and that sort of thing. And didn't have really a good villain here, a good doctor who they can overcome, or them having the capacity to try to overcome the doctor. None of that is done here. It's really go along. It's just this movie it's not dynamic. It's not yet the word is dynamic. It's not dynamic or progressive or invoking, in that sense of like this is a new take on New Mutant. We don't get that here. I thought that was kind of a lost opportunity to kind of give us maybe a different shine of the light on Mutant, but then we just don't get that here. It seemed kind of plain. It seemed boring. It just they didn't take the opportunity to really show with the potential for this movie or the premises, and they did not take it. So that's why I gave it a 3 out of 10. It's not a good movie. I did not enjoy it. I just didn't really care much for the character at all or the story or the villain. I just didn't care because it was poorly written, poorly done. The treatments were poorly done, and the story itself wasn't that as great as it is. It's just they didn't build upon that. So that's why I give it a 3 out of 10. I don't recommend watching this movie. Don't watch it. But anyway guys, please like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, and browse on my YouTube channels. I have a lot of content for you guys to check out. Please do so. Thank you so much. Take care guys. Bye bye.